Hello everyone, myself Sudhir Naik and I am a student at Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lodare. Today I am going to deliver the seminar on topic AngularJS. So in this seminar, we are going to see what is meant by Angular, then why we need Angular frameworks, then what features or which features Angular provides us, and with the help of an example, I will explain a whole thing about Angular, that how the Angular application is working and how to create that application. So let's start with the first question, what is meant by Angular. So basically this AngularJS is referred as Angular. Then this Angular is maintained by the Google. Okay. Then it aims to provide both development as well as testing of such application by providing a frameworks. Okay. The next thing is that Angular provide a component-based framework, means our web application is divided into the different component. Means header is one component, left navigation is one component, and the main content is a one component. The next thing that Angular provides us is that it also provides a lot of functionalities or the features to us to develop, to update, or to debug our codes. Then the main thing about AngularJS is that it is basically used to create a single page application. Then the next question is that why we use this framework, because we can do the same thing with the help of normal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So why we use this framework? So the frameworks is basically boost our web development efficiency and the performance, by which the our developer don't have to rebuild the code from the scratch. So it is really helpful to the developer. The next thing about the framework is that the frameworks are the time saver. So it offers a lot of extra features that can be added to the software without requiring the extra effort. Okay. The next point is that the features of Angular. So the first thing is that the document object model. So this document object model, it treats as an HTML document as a tree structure, okay, in which each made represent each made represent a part of the document. So consider one case that you have created code of a 10 line, okay, and now you want to update that code. So what you can do, you can update one line by one line. So instead of that, you can do with the help of IDs and the class in Angular. Um, in Angular, with the help of these classes and IDs, we can update the whole code with the help of a single update. Okay, so this is the power of Angular. Okay, next thing is the TypeScript. TypeScript is nothing but a free open source programming language, which is a superset of JavaScript. And this TypeScript we cannot use directly in a browser. We need to convert this TypeScript in a JavaScript. So to convert this into the JavaScript, we use one compiler. That compiler is known as TSC compiler. And by this compiler, we can convert our TypeScript file into the JavaScript file, so we can easily use this code in our browser. The next feature that Angular provides us is the testing. Basically, the Angular uses the Jasmine testing framework to test our code in a different test cases. So this testing is improves our performance of our code. Uh, okay, so this is the main thing about testing. Um, then let's start with the last point, that is with the help of one example of the Angular application, I will explain how the Angular application is going to be work and how to create this application. So let's start. Before going to see this application, we need to know about what Angular CLI. So I will share my screen. So this this is the site where you will get a whole idea about Angular CLI. So basically, this Angular CLI is it is a fastest, straightforward, and recommended way to develop our Angular application. Then, um, basically, it provides a lot of functionalities, some features to us to improve our application, to edit our application. Okay, so to install this Angular CLI in our computer, we need to type this command npm install -g @angular slash CLI. This command in our CMD. So this -g means globally it will install the Angular CLI in our computer. So after we copy this, just paste it in our CMD. So it will install in our computer. After installing this Angular CLI, uh, if we want to create a new application, Angular application, then we use this ngnew command, ngnew and our file name. So this command will generate a Angular application for us. Okay, means the template of the Angular application. Okay, and we just need to edit that files which is to be generated. So it is really helpful to us. We just need to edit that files to create our own application. And after installing this to run this application in our browser, we are using the command ngserve. So after typing this ngserve in our text editor, it will create or it will show our application in the browser. So after installing, after creating a new project, new file, it will look like this. Okay, I have created the application of name CWS to do list. So it is giving some template codes to us. Here we have some readme.md. Okay, so whenever you will post your this application code in GitHub, so there is some um, file or there is some part to read. Okay, so this readme.md is already created, and there is a package.json file, and basically we are going to edit this src folder where you will get in app part you will get all other files like routing module. You will get one HTML file is there. One spec.ts file is basically used for the testing of application, and then this .ts file means it is a TypeScript file where all components, we are declaring all the components uh, which is to be used. Then there is one app.module.ts file, and the entry of our uh, web application is here, index.html. Our application is start from this HTML file. Okay, so here I have taken the background image. Okay, and in the body type, uh, I type app root component. So this app root component will give me or will go to this app.component file where I have written some code. Okay, here I have given a one navigation bar. So first I will show you my application so you will get a clear, clear cut idea. So this is my application. Okay, the to-do list application. This is the navigation bar. Here, type anything um, and just and whenever we click on the add to do button, it will create to do for me. Okay, and if whenever we refresh our page, reload our page, this is not going to be deleted until you delete from here. Okay, so it provides a routing model, means our page is not going to be reloaded whenever we click on another button. Means see here, whenever I click on about section, my page is not going to be reloaded. So that nice thing about the Angular, okay, which improves the performance of our code, as well as it will give good experience to the user. So whenever I click on any button, my page is not going to be reloaded. So this is a nice thing. Then see, this is the navigation bar, code for the navigation bar, and here I have given a router outlet, means it is pointing to another customer. It is pointing to another component. So here I have created one thing about that. Whenever we want to create a new component, there is a one command, that is ng generate. Ng generate components. I will type that command in our terminal. So ng generate component and the component name. Here in my case there is my component slash. Here I have already created some folders like add to do component, to do item, and about component. So I will show you just how to work it. So after that, I will create one component like delete to do. So it will create the component for me. I will show you just a minute. Okay, so here they have created one component for me. Here, delete to do. In this component section, there is a 4 files. One is a testing file, one is TS file, one HTML file, and one CSS file. Okay. Okay, so now I will explain how this application is going to be work. So let's start with our first entry of the web page. First, I will close this. So here, this is the entry of our web application. So this point to app.component means this app.component HTML. Here I have taken this navigation bar, okay, using a bootstrap. So I will just explain, show you what is a bootstrap. So bootstrap is the combination of HTML and CSS framework. It provides it provides a lot of features to us. We don't need to write the CSS and HTML. So with the help of this bootstrap, we can create this type of nav bar. Okay, so for that we want to go in this component section. Here are the components that bootstrap provides us. So this part we can easily use in our web application. Just we want to copy this code and paste it in our code. Okay, so here I have do the same thing. I have copied this new bar from the bootstrap and use this in my application. So this page is pointing to this router outlet. Means so in the PS file, this app.component.ps file, okay, is there, and one router router routing module is there. So in this routing module, the path is going to be set. The first, when I will show you, whenever I am in a home page, this is pointing to this, means to do component. Okay, so whenever I am in a home page, this to do component means to do .html file will be open. Okay, and it will execute this portion, and whenever I am in this about section, when I click on the about section, they will point to the about component, means this component, this about component HTML file. So they will show me the thank you. Okay, you can see here. So this HTML, this home HTML is included in this to-do component, to-do dot component.html file, and again this to-do.html file will point another two components here. They pointing the add to do component where this add to do part is going to be taken, and in the next part they are pointing to this add to do item section where this your to dos will be displayed. So in this way, our website is website is differ in different components. So it will improve the performance of our code. Okay. So in this case, this application is going to be work. Finally, we can say that to create a single page application, we can use or we can basically use this Angular JS application. Okay, so this will help us to create a good application. Um, it will give us a good user experience. So thank you for listening carefully. Thank you so much.